The moonlight cast a silvery glow over the restless sea, where tales of adventure and danger come alive. Pirate mythology, filled with legends and mysteries, holds a special place in the hearts of those who dream of the open ocean and the thrill of the unknown. Pirate mythology is more than just stories, it's a blend of fact and fantasy that has captivated people for centuries. These tales are born from the real lives of pirates, who sailed the seas in search of fortune and freedom. But as these stories were told and retold, they grew into something larger than life. Pirates became mythical figures, their deeds magnified by the waves of imagination. At the heart of pirate mythology is the idea of the pirate as a rebel, a free spirit who answers to no one. Pirates were often outcasts, rejected by society but finding their own way in the world. This defiance of authority made them symbols of freedom, and their stories became legends that inspired both fear and admiration. One of the most famous pirate myths is that of Blackbeard, the fearsome captain with a beard that seemed to catch fire during battles. Blackbeard, whose real name was Edward Teach, was a real pirate who terrorized the Caribbean in the early 18th century. But his legend grew into something more terrifying, a figure who struck fear into the hearts of sailors and townspeople alike. Stories of Blackbeard's ghost ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, still haunt the waters where he once sailed. Another legendary figure is Bonny, one of the few female pirates whose story has survived. Bonny was as fierce and daring as any man, and her tale is one of love, betrayal, and fierce independence. Disguised as a man, she fought alongside her lover, Calico Jack, and became a symbol of the power and resilience of women. Her myth grew from the whispers of those who feared her and those who admired her courage. Pirate mythology also includes legendary ships like the Flying Dutchman, a ghost ship doomed to sail the oceans forever. The story of the Flying Dutchman has its roots in the tales of sailors who claim to have seen a ghostly ship on stormy nights, a ship that brought bad luck to all who encountered it. The myth of the Flying Dutchman speaks to the fears and superstitions of sailors, who saw the sea as a place of mystery and danger. Treasure islands, hidden coves, and secret maps are also central to pirate mythology. The idea that pirates buried their treasure in secret locations has sparked the imaginations of countless treasure hunters. Stories of buried gold and silver, guarded by curses and ghosts, have been passed down through generations. These myths are more than just tales of wealth, they represent the hope of discovery and the thrill of the quest. Piracy itself has a long and storied history, dating back to ancient times. The earliest pirates were sea raiders in the Mediterranean, attacking ships and coastal towns. As trade routes expanded, so did the opportunities for piracy. During the golden age of piracy in the late 17th and early 18th centuries, pirates flourished in the Caribbean, the Indian Ocean, and the coast of Africa. They attacked merchant ships, plundered towns, and created their own laws and societies. Pirates had a significant cultural impact, shaping the way we think about adventure and rebellion. They were both villains and heroes, their stories filled with violence and romance. The reality of pirate life was harsh and brutal, but the myths that grew around them created a different image. Pirates became larger-than-life figures, their tales woven into the fabric of popular culture. In literature, pirates have been romanticized as daring adventurers. Books like Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson and Pirate Latitudes by Michael Crichton have kept the myths alive, painting pirates as roguish heroes in search of freedom and treasure. These stories capture the excitement and danger of pirate life, while also exploring the darker side of their existence. Movies and TV shows have also played a significant role in shaping pirate mythology. From the swashbuckling adventures of Errol Flynn in Captain Blood to the quirky charm of Johnny Depp's Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean, pirates have been brought to life on screen in vivid and unforgettable ways. These portrayals add layers to the myths, making pirates accessible to new generations of fans. Pirate mythology has even found its way into everyday life, with pirate-themed festivals and reenactments drawing crowds of enthusiasts. People dress as pirates, celebrate their legends, and keep the myths alive through storytelling and performance. These events are a testament to the enduring appeal of pirate tales, showing how deeply these stories resonate with people. In every corner of the world, pirate myths continue to inspire. They remind us of the allure of the unknown and the excitement of breaking free from the ordinary. These stories, born from the real and the imagined, create a tapestry of adventure that stretches across time and space. Whether it's the fearsome Blackbeard, the daring and Bonny, or the ghostly Flying Dutchman, pirate mythology captures the essence of human curiosity and the eternal quest for freedom. The sea, with its endless horizons and hidden depths, remains a symbol of the mysteries and possibilities that lie just beyond our reach. On a night where the ocean seemed to whisper ancient secrets, stories of old came to life, painting pictures of seafaring adventures that stirred the soul. Long before pirates roamed the seas, ancient maritime myths captured the imaginations of early sailors and their civilizations. These tales, filled with wonder and fear, were passed down through generations, shaping the legends that would inspire future pirate lore. In the dawn of human exploration, brave souls set out on wooden vessels, venturing into the unknown. The sea was a vast and mysterious place, and these early mariners looked to the stars for guidance and the gods for protection. They spun tales of great sea creatures and gods who ruled the waves, giving meaning to the unpredictable forces of the ocean. The Greeks, with their rich mythology, spoke of Poseidon, the mighty god of the sea. His trident could stir the waters into a frenzy, and his anger was feared by all who sailed. Stories of Poseidon's wrath and mercy were common among Greek sailors, who believed that offering a prayer or sacrifice could ensure safe passage. The myth of Poseidon influenced countless stories, embedding the idea that the sea was alive with powerful beings who could control the fate of sailors. Then there were the stories of the sirens, enchanting creatures whose songs were said to lure sailors to their doom. These myths warned of the dangers that lay hidden beneath the beauty of the ocean. Sailors would plug their ears with wax or tie themselves to the mast to resist the siren's call, hoping to survive the treacherous waters. The siren's myth carried a message of caution, reminding sailors that the sea, though alluring, could be deadly. The Norse, with their fierce seafaring culture, spoke of gods and monsters that roamed the icy waters. They believed in Jormungandr, the world serpent, a creature so massive it encircled the earth. When Jormungandr stirred, it caused great waves and storms, a force to be reckoned with by even the bravest Viking warriors. These myths were not just stories, they were explanations for the natural phenomena that early sailors encountered. In Egypt, the Nile was the lifeblood of the civilization, and their myths reflected the importance of the river. They believed in Hapi, the god of the Nile, who brought fertility and life to the land. But beyond the safety of the Nile's waters, the sea was a place of chaos and danger. The Egyptians told tales of sea serpents and monstrous fish, warning of the perils that awaited those who ventured too far from the shore. These ancient maritime myths didn't just stay confined to their original cultures. As sailors traveled and traded, they shared their stories with others. The Greeks traded with the Egyptians, the Norse with the Celts, and through these exchanges, myths began to blend and evolve. A Greek sailor might tell the story of Poseidon to a Norse warrior, who would then add elements of his own mythology, creating a rich tapestry of shared tales. As time went on, these ancient myths influenced the legends of pirates who would later sail the same waters. The idea of powerful sea gods and terrifying monsters became part of pirate lore. Pirates, often superstitious, adopted these ancient beliefs to explain the dangers they faced. The wrath of the sea was no longer just bad weather, it was the anger of Poseidon or the stirring of Jormungandr. One myth that persisted into pirate lore was that of the ghost ship. Ancient stories spoke of ships doomed to sail forever, their crews cursed for eternity. This idea transformed into the legend of the Flying Dutchman, a ghost ship that haunted the seas, bringing bad luck to all who saw it. Pirates, ever wary of curses and bad omens, believed that sighting the Flying Dutchman was a sign of imminent doom. Mermaids, too, found their way into pirate mythology. Inspired by the ancient sirens, stories of mermaids warned of beautiful creatures who could charm and drown sailors. Pirates told tales of encounters with these bewitching beings, mixing fear and fascination. The allure of the mermaid was irresistible, yet her presence was a harbinger of disaster. Even the concept of buried treasure has roots in ancient myths. The Egyptians believed in hidden riches guarded by curses, a theme that would later appear in pirate stories of treasure islands. The idea that wealth could be both a blessing and a curse resonated through the ages, capturing the imaginations of treasure hunters and pirates alike. Pirate mythology is a rich blend of ancient tales and the harsh realities of life at sea. These myths provided explanations for the unknown and offered comfort in the face of danger. There were stories of gods and monsters, heroes and villains, woven into the fabric of maritime culture. As pirates set sail in search of fortune and freedom, they carried these ancient myths with them, adding their own chapters to the ever-evolving saga of the sea. The myths of ancient seafaring civilizations continue to echo in the legends of pirates, reminding us of the timeless connection between humanity and the vast, mysterious ocean. The sea, with its endless horizons and hidden depths, remains a place where myth and reality intertwine, creating stories that capture our hearts and stir our souls. Under the vast expanse of starlit skies, where the sea whispers secrets of long-lost souls, the tales of historical pirates come alive, echoing with the thunder of cannon fire and the clash of cutlasses. These real-life marauders, with their daring escapades and fierce determination, became the stuff of legend, their stories morphing into mythological tales that continue to captivate us. Among these legendary figures was Blackbeard, a name that struck fear into the hearts of sailors and townsfolk alike. Blackbeard, born Edward Teach, roamed the Caribbean with an audacity unmatched by his peers. With a fearsome appearance, he braided his long black beard and lit slow-burning fuses under his hat, creating a terrifying image of a demon in battle. His reputation grew not just from his ruthlessness, but from the aura of supernatural power that seemed to surround him. Stories of Blackbeard's ghost haunting the seas where he once sailed still send shivers down the spine, a testament to how his real deeds transformed into myth. Another iconic figure was Bonny, a woman who defied the conventions of her time to carve her own path on the high seas. Disguised as a man, she fought alongside her lover, Calico Jack Rackham, showing a fierceness and bravery that earned her a place in pirate lore. Anne's story is one of passion and rebellion, of a spirit too wild to be tamed. Her legacy lives on in tales of a fearless woman who became a pirate queen, inspiring countless stories of daring and defiance. Henry Morgan, a privateer-turned-pirate, is another figure whose real-life exploits fueled the flames of legend. Morgan's attacks on Spanish towns and ships were so audacious that they seemed almost fictional. He sacked Panama City, leading his men through dense jungles to surprise and overpower the Spanish forces. His name became synonymous with cunning and bravery, and as his story spread, it grew into a larger-than-life saga of a pirate who could outwit any foe and overcome any obstacle. The legend of Captain Kidd, a pirate whose life was shrouded in mystery and contradiction, has fascinated people for centuries. William Kidd started as a privateer, legally sanctioned to attack enemy ships. However, accusations of piracy turned him into a hunted man. The tales of his buried treasure have sparked imaginations and treasure hunts for generations, with people searching for chests of gold hidden on deserted islands. Captain Kidd's story is one of treasure and betrayal, of a man who became a myth through a blend of truth and legend. As these pirates' real lives were recounted in taverns and ports, their stories began to take on a life of their own. Each retelling added new layers of excitement and horror, blurring the lines between fact and fiction. The sailors and storytellers who passed on these tales were not merely preserving history, they were crafting legends. The reality of pirate life, with its hardships and brutality, was often overshadowed by the romantic and thrilling elements that made for better stories. In these tales, pirates were not just criminals but heroes and anti-heroes, figures who embodied the human desire for freedom and adventure. Their exploits were exaggerated, their personalities amplified, turning them into symbols of the wild, untamed spirit of the sea. The transformation of historical accounts into folklore was fueled by the need to escape the mundane, to believe in a world where ordinary men and women could become legends. The process of mythologizing pirates was also influenced by the cultural context of the times. The golden age of piracy coincided with periods of great social and economic change, where the promise of wealth and freedom was tantalizingly close yet often out of reach. Pirates, who lived outside the law and defied the powerful, became symbols of rebellion against oppressive systems. Their stories were a way for people to vicariously experience a life of adventure and defiance, to imagine themselves breaking free from the constraints of their own lives. The stories of historical pirates were further immortalized in literature and media, which took the already exaggerated tales and expanded them into epic sagas. Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island introduced characters like Long John Silver, whose cunning and charisma made him one of the most enduring pirate figures in fiction. These literary creations, while inspired by real pirates, became legends in their own right, adding to the rich tapestry of pirate mythology. In films and television, pirates were portrayed as larger-than-life characters, their adventures filled with swashbuckling action and daring escapes. Errol Flynn's portrayal of Captain Blood in the 1935 film set the standard for the romantic pirate hero, while the more recent Pirates of the Caribbean series reimagined pirate legends with a fantastical twist, blending elements of magic and mythology with historical inspiration. Through these stories, the legends of historical pirates continue to grow, captivating new audiences and keeping the spirit of the high seas alive. The blend of fact and fiction, the transformation of real lives into myth, creates a rich and enduring legacy that speaks to our deepest desires for adventure, freedom, and the thrill of the unknown. As long as there are tales to be told, the legends of pirates will sail on, riding the waves of imagination and keeping the myth alive in our hearts. In the dead of night, under a moon that cast eerie shadows across the restless sea, there existed a man whose very name sent chills down the spines of sailors and civilians alike. Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard, was more than just a pirate. He was the embodiment of terror and mystery on the high seas. Edward Teach's real story is one of transformation, from an ordinary sailor to the most feared pirate of his time. Born around 1680 in Bristol, England, Teach began his maritime career as a privateer during the War of Spanish Succession. But the end of the war brought a new beginning for Teach. Turning to piracy, he soon carved out a fearsome reputation for himself. With a ship named Queen Anne's Revenge, Blackbeard commanded a fleet that struck fear into the hearts of those who crossed his path. He was a towering figure, over 6 feet tall, with a wild black beard that he braided and adorned with slow-burning fuses. These fuses, when lit, would cause smoke to billow around his head, giving him the appearance of a demon rising from the depths of the ocean. His eyes, they said, burned with an intensity that could freeze a man in his tracks. But the terror Blackbeard inspired wasn't just due to his appearance. His tactics were ruthless and his strategy cunning. He blockaded the port of Charleston, South Carolina, holding the entire town hostage until his demands for medicine were met. This act alone solidified his legend, showing that he was a man who could hold entire cities in the grip of his terror. Yet, alongside the brutal reality of his actions, myths and exaggerations flourished, painting Blackbeard as a figure almost larger than life. It was said that he had 14 wives scattered across the Caribbean, each unaware of the others. Stories told of his invincibility, that he had made a pact with the devil himself, which made him impervious to harm. Sailors whispered that bullets and blades could not pierce his skin, and that he could disappear into thin air, vanishing from the decks of captured ships like a ghost. One of the most enduring myths about Blackbeard is that he buried vast amounts of treasure, hidden away on secret islands, guarded by curses and ghosts. Treasure hunters have searched for centuries, driven by tales of gold and jewels that would make them rich beyond their wildest dreams. Yet, no one has ever found Blackbeard's treasure, leaving many to wonder if it ever existed at all or if it was just another part of his fearsome legend. Blackbeard's end came as dramatically as his life had been lived. In November 1718, off the coast of North Carolina, he faced a fierce battle with Lieutenant Robert Maynard of the British Royal Navy. Outnumbered and outgunned, Blackbeard fought with the ferocity of a man possessed. His final moments were the stuff of legend. He continued to fight even after being shot 5 times and stabbed more than 20. It was only when he finally fell, beheaded by Maynard, that his reign of terror came to an end. His head was hung from the bowsprit of Maynard's ship, a grim warning to all who would dare follow in his footsteps. Despite his death, the legend of Blackbeard only grew. His ghost, they say, still haunts the waters where he met his end, searching for his lost head. Fishermen and sailors have reported seeing a headless figure in the mist and hearing the ghostly echoes of his laughter carried on the wind. The fear he instilled in life carried over into death, ensuring that the name Blackbeard would never be forgotten. The story of Blackbeard is a blend of the brutal and the fantastical, a tale that captures the imagination and stirs the soul. Edward Teach, a man of flesh and blood, became Blackbeard, a legend who embodies the dark, thrilling allure of the pirate life. His legacy is a testament to the power of myth and the enduring fascination with those who live by their own rules, challenging the world with fire in their eyes and smoke in their beards. In the male-dominated world of piracy, two women stood out, defying expectations and carving their own paths with unyielding determination. And Bonny and Mary Red, names that echo through the annals of pirate history, were not just pirates but legends. Their stories, filled with courage and rebellion, continue to inspire and fascinate. And Bonny's life was a tale of defiance from the start. Born in Ireland around 1698, she moved to the American colonies with her father, and was a fiery spirit, known for her sharp temper and fierce independence. Her life took a dramatic turn when she met and fell in love with the pirate James Bonny. Rejecting a conventional life, she ran away with him, only to find herself drawn deeper into the world of piracy. Anne's real transformation began when she met Calico Jack Rackham, a charismatic pirate captain. Leaving her husband behind and joining Jack's crew, disguising herself as a man to fight alongside him. Her bravery and skill in battle quickly became apparent. And was not just a pirate, she was a force of nature, feared and respected by her fellow pirates. Mary Read's story was equally remarkable. Born around 1685 in England, Mary's mother disguised her as a boy to claim an inheritance. Mary continued living as a man, joining the British military and later, a merchant ship. Her journey eventually led her to piracy. Captured by pirates, she chose to join them rather than face a life of poverty. It was during her time with the pirates that she met Anne Bonny. The bond between Anne and Mary was immediate and strong. When Anne discovered Mary's true identity, it only strengthened their friendship. Together, they became an unstoppable duo, fighting with unparalleled ferocity. In one legendary account, when their ship was attacked by a British warship, Anne and Mary were the last to surrender, standing their ground while their male comrades hid below deck. Their courage in the face of certain defeat became the stuff of legend. Their exploits were not just tales of piracy but acts of rebellion against a society that sought to confine them. Anne and Mary defied the norms of their time, proving that women could be as fierce and capable as men. Their lives became mythologized, with stories of their daring deeds spreading far and wide. They were not just seen as pirates but as symbols of female empowerment and resistance. The mythological aspects of their lives are intertwined with the historical accounts. Anne and Mary were often portrayed as larger-than-life figures, their bravery exaggerated to inspire awe and admiration. Stories of their exploits were told and retold, each time growing more incredible. They were depicted as unstoppable warriors, their swords gleaming in the moonlight as they fought against impossible odds. These tales, though embellished, were rooted in the undeniable truth of their extraordinary lives. The impact of Anne Bonny and Mary Read on pirate lore cannot be overstated. They shattered the perception of piracy as a male-only domain, showing that women could be just as daring and ruthless. Their stories inspired countless others, becoming a vital part of pirate mythology. They were seen as trailblazers, their lives a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who refused to be constrained by societal norms. Even in their capture, their legend grew. After being sentenced to hang, both women revealed they were pregnant, a plea that delayed their execution. Mary Red, unfortunately, died in prison, her life cut short by illness. And Bonny's fate remains a mystery, with some believing she escaped and lived out her days quietly, while others think she was eventually released. The ambiguity of her end only adds to her mystique, leaving room for endless speculation and storytelling. The stories of Anne Bonny and Mary Read endure because they resonate with something deep within us. Their defiance, their bravery, and their refusal to accept the roles society assigned them speak to the human desire for freedom and self-determination. They were not just pirates but icons, their lives a blend of history and myth that continues to captivate and inspire. In the annals of pirate history, and Bonny and Mary Red stand out not just for their deeds, but for what they represent. They are symbols of rebellion and strength, their stories a testament to the power of the human spirit. As long as there are tales of the sea, the legends of these two remarkable women will sail on, carried by the winds of imagination and the enduring fascination with those who dared to defy the odds. Under the cover of night, with the moon casting a silvery glow on the restless sea, there lived a man whose name became synonymous with hidden treasure and ghostly ships. Captain William Kidd, a figure both real and mythical, stirred the imaginations of sailors and adventurers for centuries. William Kidd's story began in Scotland, where he was born around 1654. He started his seafaring career as a privateer, legally authorized to attack enemy ships. However, the line between privateer and pirate was thin, and Kidd would soon find himself on the wrong side of the law. Commissioned to hunt pirates, Kidd set sail on the Adventure Galley, a ship brimming with weaponry and a crew eager for riches. But the tides of fortune were fickle, and Kidd's journey would lead him down a path of infamy. The turning point came when Kidd captured the Quedagh Merchant, a richly laden ship belonging to an Armenian merchant. The ship's valuable cargo included gold, silk, and spices. Kidd believed he had made a legitimate capture, but the British authorities saw it differently. Branded a pirate, Kidd found himself hunted by the very people who had once employed him. Desperate and on the run, Kidd allegedly buried a portion of his treasure on Gardiner's Island off the coast of New York, hoping to use it as a bargaining chip for his freedom. The legend of Kidd's hidden treasure was born, a tale that would grow and evolve over the years, captivating treasure hunters and storytellers alike. Kidd's eventual capture and trial were spectacles of their own. He was paraded through the streets of London, a living symbol of piracy's seductive danger. The trial was swift and merciless, and Kidd was sentenced to hang. Even in death, his legend persisted. As his body swung from the gallows, it was later tarred and hung in a gibbet over the River Thames as a grim warning to other would-be pirates. The true story of Captain Kidd is haunting, but it is the legends that emerged afterward that have truly captured imaginations. The tale of his buried treasure, hidden away on some remote island, has sparked countless expeditions. Treasure hunters have scoured Gardiner's Island, Oak Island in Nova Scotia, and even the beaches of Madagascar, driven by the hope of uncovering Kidd's lost fortune. Each discovery, or lack thereof, only adds to the allure, weaving Kidd's story deeper into the fabric of pirate mythology. The myths of Kidd's treasure are intertwined with stories of ghost ships, vessels that roam the seas long after their crews have perished. It is said that Kidd's ghost still sails the waters, guarding his hidden loot, ready to confront anyone who dares to come too close. Sailors have reported eerie sightings of a spectral ship, its tattered sails glowing in the moonlight, crewed by the ghosts of Kidd and his men. These ghostly apparitions, with their hollow eyes and silent demeanor, serve as chilling reminders of the dark side of the pirate life. Another legend speaks of a map, drawn by Kidd himself, that reveals the location of his treasure. This map, according to the tales, is cursed, bringing misfortune to anyone who possesses it. Stories abound of men who went mad searching for the treasure, driven to despair by the endless hunt and the tantalizing promise of unimaginable wealth just beyond their grasp. The mystery surrounding Kidd's treasure has become a part of cultural lore, inspiring books, movies, and folklore. The idea of hidden riches, guarded by curses and ghosts, taps into a primal human desire for adventure and discovery. It's a story that promises both glory and peril, a tantalizing blend of reality and fantasy. Captain Kidd's life and the legends that followed him highlight the thin line between history and myth. He was a man who sought fortune but found infamy, whose name has been immortalized in tales of treasure and ghost ships. The true story of his exploits is a testament to the unpredictable nature of fate, while the myths that surround him speak to our enduring fascination with the unknown. The legend of Captain Kidd endures because it touches on something deep within us all: the thrill of the hunt, the allure of hidden wealth, and the fear of the supernatural. His story is one of adventure and tragedy, of human ambition and the mysterious forces that seem to govern our world. As long as there are tales of the sea, the legend of Captain Kidd will continue to cast its spell, inviting us to ponder what treasures might lie hidden beneath the waves, waiting to be discovered. On stormy nights, when the sea roars and lightning tears through the darkness, sailors whisper of a ship that haunts the waves, a ghostly vessel doomed to sail forever. This is the legend of the Flying Dutchman, a tale that has chilled the hearts of mariners for centuries. The origins of the Flying Dutchman legend are as murky as the foggy seas it is said to navigate. The story first took shape in the 17th century, a time when European sailors explored the farthest reaches of the oceans, encountering perils and wonders beyond their wildest dreams. The most common version of the legend speaks of a Dutch captain, Van der Decken, who swore to round the Cape of Good Hope despite the wrath of a ferocious storm. Defiant and proud, he cursed at the heavens and vowed that he would complete his voyage, even if it took him until Judgment Day. This reckless vow was his undoing. As the legend goes, his ship was damned by the fury of the gods, or the devil himself, condemned to sail the seas for eternity. The Flying Dutchman and its ghostly crew, unable to make port or find peace, became a symbol of eternal torment. The sight of this spectral ship, with its torn sails and eerie glow, was said to foretell doom and disaster to those unfortunate enough to encounter it. Variations of the legend have emerged over time, each adding its own twist to the haunting tale. Some speak of a cursed treasure that binds the crew to their endless voyage. Others tell of a captain who gambled his soul with the devil and lost, paying the ultimate price. In some stories, the Flying Dutchman is a ghostly harbinger, appearing out of nowhere to warn sailors of impending storms or shipwrecks. Despite these variations, the core of the legend remains the same: a cursed ship, a doomed crew, and an eternal journey without hope of reprieve. The cultural significance of the Flying Dutchman is profound. This ghost ship has sailed its way into countless stories, poems, and songs, each one adding to its eerie allure. The legend reflects deep-seated fears of the unknown, the uncontrollable power of nature, and the consequences of defying fate. It taps into the primal fear of being lost at sea, isolated from the world and forgotten by time. Representations of the Flying Dutchman in media have kept the legend alive, bringing it to new audiences and ensuring its place in popular culture. In literature, the tale has been immortalized by writers such as Washington Irving and Sir Walter Scott. Irving's The Flying Dutchman on Tappan Zee and Scott's The Pirate both draw on the myth, weaving it into their own narratives and enriching the legend with their prose. In opera, Richard Wagner's Der Fliegende Holländer, The Flying Dutchman, stands out as a dramatic retelling of the tale. Wagner's haunting music and the tragic story of redemption through love have captivated audiences since its debut in 1843. The opera's portrayal of the cursed captain and his doomed quest for salvation adds a layer of depth and emotion to the legend, making it a powerful piece of art. The Flying Dutchman has also found its way into modern cinema, most notably in the Pirates of the Caribbean film series. Here, the ship and its captain, Davy Jones, are reimagined with stunning visual effects and a compelling backstory. The ship, covered in barnacles and seaweed, and the fearsome crew, who are part human, part sea creature, create a vivid and terrifying image that has left a lasting impression on audiences worldwide. In these films, the Flying Dutchman is more than just a ghost ship, it is a character in its own right, with its own motives and destiny. The portrayal of Davy Jones as a tragic figure, cursed by love and bound to the sea, echoes the themes of the original legend while adding new layers of emotion and complexity. The enduring power of the Flying Dutchman legend lies in its ability to evoke a sense of wonder and fear. The image of a ship, forever lost and haunted by its own sins, strikes a chord deep within the human psyche. It serves as a reminder of the limits of human power and the mysterious forces that govern our world. As long as there are seas to sail and stories to tell, the Flying Dutchman will continue to haunt the imagination. Its legend, born in the mists of time and carried on the winds of countless storms, remains one of the most compelling and enduring tales of the sea. The ghostly ship, with its tattered sails and spectral crew, sails on, a timeless symbol of the eternal struggle between man, nature, and the unknown. On a quiet, moonlit night, the whisper of waves against the shore carries tales of hidden fortunes and mysterious islands. These tales have fueled imaginations for generations, where the promise of treasure transforms ordinary men into legends and cursed islands guard their secrets fiercely. The myth of hidden fortunes on distant islands began long before tales were inked on paper. Early explorers spoke of islands where pirates buried their plunder, away from prying eyes and the reach of authorities. These stories spread like wildfire, captivating those who dreamt of striking it rich with a single discovery. Sailors, who spent their lives braving the vast, unpredictable seas, yearned for a place where their hardships could end in unimaginable wealth. One of the most famous stories that brought the myth of treasure islands to life is Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island. Published in 1883, this novel introduced readers to the cunning Long John Silver and the brave young Jim Hawkins, setting the stage for countless adventures in search of hidden treasure. Stevenson's vivid descriptions and memorable characters painted a picture of peril and excitement, making readers feel the thrill of the chase and the weight of the danger that came with it. Treasure Island did more than just tell a story, it created a template for the Treasure Island myth. The idea of a secret map, marked with an X to show the treasure's location, became a cornerstone of pirate lore. The perilous journey to the island, the conflicts among the crew, and the discovery of the treasure all became essential elements of the myth. Stevenson's tale was so compelling that it inspired real-life treasure hunters to seek their fortunes, convinced that such places existed beyond the pages of a book. The impact of Treasure Island on popular culture cannot be overstated. It gave rise to countless adaptations in film, theater, and television, each one bringing the story to new audiences and keeping the myth alive. The sight of a tattered map, the promise of gold, and the cry of yo-ho-ho have become symbols of adventure and daring, rooted deeply in the collective imagination. But Stevenson's tale was not the only story to shape the myth of treasure islands. Legends of real-life pirates, like Captain Kidd and Blackbeard, added layers to the narrative. Kidd, infamous for his alleged buried treasure, sparked numerous expeditions to uncover his hidden wealth. Stories of Blackbeard's ghost guarding his treasure with supernatural fury added an eerie element to the myth, making the search for treasure as much about bravery as it was about luck. The evolution of Treasure Island myths also includes the mysterious Oak Island in Nova Scotia. For over 200 years, treasure hunters have been drawn to this small island, spurred by stories of buried treasure protected by elaborate traps. The legend began with the discovery of a mysterious pit, which seemed to promise great riches at its bottom. Despite numerous excavations and countless theories, the treasure, if it exists, remains elusive. Oak Island's enduring mystery has made it a symbol of the relentless human spirit and the enduring allure of hidden wealth. In popular culture, the Treasure Island myth has found new life in modern tales. Movies like Pirates of the Caribbean have brought the excitement of treasure hunts to the big screen, blending fantasy with adventure. These stories continue to captivate audiences, reminding us of the timeless appeal of the quest for hidden fortunes. Books like the Da Vinci Code and National Treasure series have also drawn on the Treasure Island myth, taking the concept of hidden wealth and placing it in historical contexts. These stories blend fact with fiction, creating complex puzzles that protagonists must solve to uncover the treasure. The thrill of the chase, the danger lurking at every corner, and the ultimate discovery are elements that keep readers and viewers on the edge of their seats. The myth of treasure islands has a powerful hold on our collective imagination because it speaks to a fundamental human desire, the hope of finding something extraordinary, something that can change our lives forever. Whether it's gold, jewels, or a piece of history, the idea that there is something valuable hidden away, waiting to be discovered, fills us with a sense of wonder and possibility. As long as there are stories to tell and dreams to chase, the legend of treasure islands will continue to captivate us. It is a myth that transcends time, reminding us of the endless possibilities that lie just beyond the horizon. The promise of hidden fortunes, the thrill of the hunt, and the mystery of the unknown will always stir our hearts and fuel our imaginations. On a stormy night, With waves crashing against the rocks and the wind howling through the sails, imagine the thrill and terror of sailing into a hidden pirate haven. These were places where outlaws of the sea found refuge, their presence whispered about in hushed tones, their locations known only to the most trusted crew members. These sanctuaries were as mysterious as the pirates themselves, shrouded in legends of treasure, betrayal, and adventure. One of the most famous pirate havens was the island of Tortuga, off the coast of Haiti. Tortuga was a bustling den of piracy during the 17th century, a place where law and order held no sway. It was a refuge for buccaneers escaping the long arm of the law, a place where they could repair their ships, trade their loot, and plan their next plunder. The island's natural harbors provided perfect hiding spots for pirate ships, making it nearly impossible for authorities to launch successful raids. Tortuga's reputation for debauchery and lawlessness only added to its allure, drawing in outcasts and adventurers from across the seas. Another legendary pirate hideout was Nassau in the Bahamas. During the golden age of piracy, Nassau became a pirate republic, where notorious figures like Blackbeard and Charles Vane ruled with impunity. The shallow waters and numerous islets made it a perfect hideaway, easy to defend and difficult to navigate for enemy ships. Nassau was a melting pot of different cultures and characters, a place where pirates created their own codes of conduct and lived by their own rules. This freedom, coupled with the promise of riches, made Nassau a beacon for those seeking a life of adventure on the high seas. But not all pirate hideouts were as well known as Tortuga or Nassau. Some were hidden so well that they became the stuff of legends, their exact locations lost to history. Stories of secret ports and hidden coves passed down through generations, each tale adding layers of mystery and intrigue. These were places where pirates could disappear without a trace, their treasures buried deep, guarded by the spirits of those who had fallen. One such legend is that of Libertalia, a supposed pirate utopia founded by Captain James Misson in the late 17th century. According to the myth, Libertalia was a haven where pirates lived in harmony, free from the oppression of monarchies and empires. It was a place of equality and shared wealth, where everyone had a say in the community's affairs. While many historians doubt the existence of Libertalia, the idea of a hidden paradise for pirates captures the imagination, representing a dream of freedom and rebellion against tyranny. The myths of lost cities and underwater fortresses add another layer to the mystique of pirate havens. Tales of sunken cities, hidden beneath the waves, filled with untold treasures, have tantalized adventurers for centuries. Legends speak of places like Port Royal, once a thriving pirate port in Jamaica, which was partially submerged by an earthquake in 1692. The remains of Port Royal, lying beneath the Caribbean Sea, are a stark reminder of the volatile nature of life on the edge and the thin line between prosperity and disaster. Underwater fortresses, guarded by sea monsters and protected by ancient curses, are also part of pirate lore. These stories tell of pirates who, having amassed great wealth, built secret strongholds beneath the ocean to keep their treasure safe. These fortresses were said to be accessible only through hidden tunnels or by navigating treacherous waters. While no concrete evidence of such places has been found, the myths endure, feeding the imaginations of those who dream of discovering lost riches. The allure of pirate havens and secret ports lies in their promise of sanctuary and adventure. There were places where the rules of the land did not apply, where the brave and the bold could carve out their own destinies. The legends of these hideouts continue to inspire, reminding us of a time when the seas were wild and free, and the horizon held the promise of the unknown. As the tales of Tortuga, Nassau, and Libertalia show, pirate havens were more than just places to hide. They were symbols of a way of life that defied convention and embraced the spirit of adventure. The myths of lost cities and underwater fortresses add a touch of the fantastical, hinting at treasures still waiting to be discovered. These stories, woven into the fabric of pirate lore, capture the essence of what it means to live boldly and seek out the extraordinary. Imagine a moonless night on the high seas, where whispers of curses and haunted treasures echo through the salt-laden air. These are tales of fateful encounters with pirate loot that carry more than just gold and jewels. They carry a darkness that lingers, a curse that defies time itself. In the annals of pirate lore, stories of cursed gold and haunted loot abound, each one more chilling than the last. These tales often begin with a daring raid on a merchant ship or a plundered coastal town, where pirates seized not only riches but also artifacts imbued with ancient powers. It is said that some treasures were cursed by vengeful spirits or protected by guardians of the underworld, ensuring that any who dared to claim them would face dire consequences. One of the most infamous cursed treasures is that of Captain William Kidd, a privateer turned pirate whose exploits in the late 17th century left a trail of fear and fascination. Kidd, known for his ruthless tactics and cunning, amassed a fortune that included plundered gold and jewels. Legend has it that before his capture and execution, Kidd buried a portion of his treasure, placing a curse on anyone who dared to find it. The curse was said to bring misfortune, madness, or even death to those who sought to claim the pirate's ill-gotten gains. The tale of Kidd's cursed treasures sparked numerous expeditions and treasure hunts, each one ending in disappointment or tragedy. Some claim to have found clues or remnants of Kidd's loot, only to be haunted by accidents, betrayals, or inexplicable misfortunes. The allure of the treasure was undeniable, yet so too was the fear of the curse that accompanied it, a reminder that some secrets are better left undisturbed. Other cursed treasures are said to be guarded by supernatural forces, such as the ghostly apparitions of deceased pirates who roam the seas in search of their lost riches. These spectral guardians are said to protect their treasure with deadly determination, appearing as phantoms in the mist or shadowy figures on moonlit nights. The stories of these haunted treasures fuel the imaginations of sailors and adventurers alike, warning of the dangers that lie beneath the waves. The influence of curses on pirate lore extends beyond individual tales of haunted treasures. Curses became a way to explain the misfortunes and tragedies that befell pirates and their crews. In an era of superstition and uncertainty, curses provided a convenient explanation for unexpected deaths, shipwrecks, or disappearances. They served as cautionary tales, reminding pirates of the consequences of greed and betrayal, and the price paid for crossing the boundaries between the living and the dead. The notion of cursed gold and haunted loot continues to capture our fascination today, permeating popular culture and inspiring stories of adventure and peril. Movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and books like Pirate Latitudes by Michael Crichton draw on these legends, weaving tales of cursed treasures and supernatural encounters into their narratives. These stories tap into our primal fears of the unknown and our desire for untold riches, blending history with fantasy to create tales that resonate across generations. As we navigate the turbulent waters of pirate lore, the tales of cursed treasures serve as a reminder of the power of belief and the enduring legacy of the past. They remind us that some mysteries are best left unsolved, some treasures best left undiscovered. Yet, they also ignite our imaginations and beckon us to explore the shadows of history, where ghosts of the past and dreams of fortune await those brave enough to seek them out. Imagine sailing into the unknown expanse of the ocean, where tales of sea monsters and mythical creatures lurk beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. These are not just stories, but legends that have stirred the hearts and minds of sailors and adventurers for centuries, weaving a tapestry of wonder and fear upon the vast canvas of the seas. Among the most fearsome and awe-inspiring of these creatures is the Kraken, a colossal sea monster said to dwell in the depths. Tales of the Kraken describe it as a creature of immense size, with massive tentacles capable of dragging ships and sailors to their watery graves. Sailors spoke of encounters with the Kraken, recounting harrowing tales of ships being pulled beneath the waves in a vortex of churning water and despair. The mere mention of its name struck fear into the hearts of even the bravest seafarers, for the Kraken represented the untamed power of the ocean and the mysteries that lay beneath. But the legends of sea creatures did not end with the Kraken. Stories of mermaids, half human and half fish, enchanted sailors with their beauty and danger. Mermaids were believed to lure unsuspecting sailors to their doom with their mesmerizing songs and ethereal allure. Tales spoke of sailors who glimpsed these creatures from afar, only to be driven mad with longing for the sea's forbidden treasures. Mermaids embodied the duality of the ocean, both alluring and treacherous, beckoning sailors to explore its depths while warning of the dangers that lay within. Other mythical creatures populated the imaginations of sailors, each one adding to the rich tapestry of maritime folklore. Sirens, with their enchanting voices and deadly intent, tempted sailors off course and into perilous waters. The stories of sirens served as cautionary tales, reminding sailors of the dangers of temptation and the consequences of straying from their intended path. Yet, they also spoke to the allure of the unknown, drawing sailors deeper into the mysteries of the sea. The legends of sea monsters and mythical creatures were not merely flights of fancy, they were rooted in the observations and experiences of sailors navigating the unpredictable waters of the world. Sightings of unusual marine life, such as giant squids and rare cetaceans, fueled the imaginations of sailors, giving rise to stories of creatures that defied explanation. These sightings were often embellished over time, transforming ordinary encounters into extraordinary tales that captured the imagination of listeners around the world. One such creature that inspired awe and wonder is the Leviathan, a mythical sea serpent of biblical origins. Descriptions of the Leviathan vary, but common elements include its immense size, serpentine form, and ability to breathe fire or spew venom. The Leviathan symbolized the untamed power of the ocean and the primal forces of nature that humbled even the mightiest of ships. Tales of the Leviathan were passed down through generations, serving as reminders of humanity's vulnerability in the face of the natural world. The influence of sea monsters and mythical creatures on pirate lore cannot be overstated. These legends served as inspiration for sailors seeking adventure and fortune on the high seas, as well as cautionary tales of the perils that awaited them. They became symbols of the unknown and the unexplored, stirring the imaginations of those who dared to venture beyond the safety of the shoreline. As we reflect on the legends of the kraken, mermaids, and other sea creatures, we are reminded of the enduring power of storytelling to captivate and inspire. These tales continue to echo through the annals of maritime history, reminding us of the mysteries that lie beneath the surface and the wonders that await those brave enough to seek them out. They are more than just stories, they are windows into a world where imagination meets reality, where the line between myth and truth blurs, and where the sea continues to hold its secrets close. Imagine a world where the line between reality and fantasy blurs beneath the billowing sails of pirate ships, where tales of magic and sorcery weave themselves into the fabric of maritime legends. Pirates, those daring souls who sailed the treacherous seas in search of adventure and fortune, were not immune to the allure of magic. For them, the promise of mythical artifacts and enchanted objects held a fascination that transcended the boundaries of ordinary plunder. In the annals of pirate tales, stories abound of pirates who dabbled in the occult or wielded mystical powers to their advantage. These tales often begin with whispers in shadowed taverns or hushed conversations beneath the stars, where pirates traded rumors of cursed relics and arcane knowledge. Some pirates were said to possess charms or talismans imbued with magical properties, protecting them from harm or granting them uncanny abilities in battle. One such legendary artifact is the fabled Sword of Cortez, a weapon said to grant its wielder command over the elements and the loyalty of mythical creatures. Pirates who sought this sword believed it held the key to untold power and riches, drawing them into perilous quests across the Caribbean and beyond. The stories of the Sword of Cortez spoke to the belief in supernatural forces and the desire for mastery over the natural world, a desire that fueled the imaginations of pirates and adventurers alike. Other tales spoke of enchanted objects that possessed extraordinary powers, such as compasses that pointed toward hidden treasure or maps that revealed the locations of lost cities. These objects were coveted for their ability to unlock secrets of the sea and guide pirates to untold riches. Yet, they also carried warnings of curses and consequences for those who sought to wield their power without respect for the forces they unleashed. Pirates themselves were often portrayed as figures of mystery and intrigue, their reputations embellished with tales of supernatural prowess or dealings with dark forces. Stories of pirate captains who made pacts with sea witches or bargained with vengeful spirits served as cautionary tales of the dangers of crossing into realms beyond mortal understanding. These captains were seen as both heroes and villains, depending on the perspective of those who told their tales. The association of pirates with magic and sorcery extended beyond individual legends to encompass broader themes of defiance and rebellion against the constraints of society and authority. Pirates, as outlaws of the sea, represented a rejection of conventional norms and a willingness to embrace the unknown. Their embrace of magic symbolized a belief in the power of the individual to shape their own destiny, even in the face of overwhelming odds and formidable adversaries. In popular culture, the allure of magic in pirate tales continues to captivate audiences, inspiring stories of swashbuckling adventure and daring escapades. Movies like Pirates of the Caribbean and books like On Stranger Tides by Tim Powers draw on these themes, weaving together elements of history and fantasy to create narratives that resonate with readers and viewers alike. These stories speak to the enduring appeal of pirates as larger-than-life figures who defy convention and challenge the boundaries of what is possible. As we reflect on the legends of magic and sorcery in pirate tales, we are reminded of the power of imagination to transcend the ordinary and transport us to worlds where anything is possible. These tales remind us that while the seas may be treacherous and the dangers real, the human spirit remains indomitable, fueled by dreams of adventure and the quest for freedom. In the realm of pirate lore, where reality meets fantasy, the stories of magic and sorcery continue to cast their spell, enchanting all who dare to embark on their journey into the unknown. In the world of literature, where ink meets imagination, pirate myths have sailed through the ages, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of readers. From classic tales of high seas adventure to modern interpretations that redefine the pirate archetype, these stories have shaped our understanding of piracy and its enduring allure. Picture yourself aboard a weathered ship, its sails billowing in the wind as you embark on a literary journey into the heart of pirate mythology. Classic works such as Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island stand as beacons of storytelling prowess, drawing readers into a world of buried treasure, daring escapades, and larger-than-life characters. Here, Long John Silver emerges as a figure of both menace and charm, his peg leg and parrot companion etching themselves into the collective consciousness of pirate lore. Stevenson's novel, first published in 1883, not only set the standard for pirate tales but also introduced literary devices and themes that would become synonymous with the genre. The quest for treasure, the clash of swords, and the moral ambiguities of piracy are all themes explored with a depth that captivates readers of all ages. Treasure Island transcends its time, remaining a timeless tale of adventure and intrigue that continues to inspire adaptations and interpretations in various media. Modern literature has likewise embraced the allure of pirate mythology, offering new perspectives and reimaginations of the pirate narrative. Authors like Tim Powers, in his novel On Stranger Tides, weave historical accuracy with supernatural elements, breathing new life into the genre with tales of magic, voodoo, and lost souls. Here, pirates are not just plunderers of gold but seekers of mystical artifacts and wielders of arcane powers that blur the line between myth and reality. Literature's influence on pirate mythology extends beyond individual works to encompass broader cultural perceptions and interpretations of piracy. The romanticized image of pirates as rebels against authority, champions of freedom, and seekers of fortune owes much to the literary portrayals that have shaped our understanding of these complex figures. Characters like Captain Hook from J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan embody the duality of piracy, both a villainous threat and a charismatic rogue whose exploits ignite the imagination. The enduring appeal of pirate myths in literature lies in their ability to transport readers to worlds where adventure awaits around every corner and danger lurks beneath the surface. Whether sailing with Captain Jack Sparrow in Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean or navigating the treacherous waters of Patrick O'Brien's Master and Commander series, readers are drawn to stories that evoke a sense of wonder, excitement, and the thrill of discovery. Literature not only reflects cultural attitudes toward piracy but also shapes them, offering narratives that challenge and redefine our perceptions of these iconic figures. Through the pages of books, readers confront ethical dilemmas, grapple with moral ambiguity, and explore the complexities of human nature, all against the backdrop of the high seas and the promise of untold riches. As we immerse ourselves in the rich tapestry of pirate myths and literature, we are reminded of the power of storytelling to ignite our imaginations and awaken our sense of adventure. These tales speak to universal themes of courage, loyalty, and the pursuit of dreams, resonating with readers who seek to escape the confines of everyday life and embark on daring quests of their own. In conclusion, pirate myths and literature continue to captivate and inspire, offering a glimpse into worlds where the impossible becomes possible and the ordinary is transformed into the extraordinary. Whether revisiting timeless classics or discovering new voices in the genre, readers are drawn to stories that evoke emotions, stir the soul, and leave an enduring legacy on the seas of literary imagination. Imagine the silver screen flickering to life, casting shadows that dance with tales of adventure on the high seas. Pirate myths have long been a staple in film and media, captivating audiences with swashbuckling heroes, dastardly villains, and the allure of buried treasure. From the golden age of Hollywood to modern blockbusters, these cinematic spectacles have shaped and perpetuated the enduring myths that surround pirates. Picture yourself transported to the year 1935, when Errol Flynn first donned the iconic feathered hat of Captain Blood. In Michael Curtiz's classic film, Flynn's portrayal of a physician-turned-pirate captivated audiences with its blend of romance, intrigue, and daring escapades. Here was a hero who defied convention, wielding a sword with grace and charm while navigating the treacherous waters of political intrigue and romantic entanglements. As the decades passed, pirate myths evolved on screen, embracing new technologies and storytelling techniques to bring these tales to life in vivid detail. Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, launched in 2003 with The Curse of the Black Pearl, introduced audiences to Captain Jack Sparrow, a witty, rum-loving rogue whose antics and adventures redefined the pirate genre for a new generation. Johnny Depp's portrayal of Sparrow blended humor with heart, transforming a character into a cultural icon whose influence extended far beyond the silver screen. Beyond Hollywood blockbusters, television has also played a pivotal role in shaping pirate myths and narratives. Shows like Black Sails and Crossbones delve into the grittier aspects of pirate life, exploring themes of power, betrayal, and the struggle for freedom on the high seas. These series not only entertain but also challenge audiences to reconsider their perceptions of piracy, presenting complex characters whose motivations and actions blur the line between heroism and villainy. Media's influence on pirate mythology extends beyond mere entertainment to encompass broader cultural perceptions and stereotypes. The image of pirates as rebels against authority, masters of disguise, and champions of freedom owes much to the cinematic portrayals that have shaped our understanding of these enigmatic figures. Whether portrayed as swashbuckling adventurers or ruthless marauders, pirates in film and media capture the imagination, embodying ideals of daring and defiance that resonate with audiences worldwide. Moreover, the visual spectacle of pirate films, from epic ship battles to exotic island hideaways, immerses viewers in worlds where danger lurks beneath every wave and fortune lies just beyond the horizon. These cinematic landscapes not only evoke a sense of wonder and excitement but also inspire a deeper exploration of themes such as camaraderie, sacrifice, and the quest for redemption. In conclusion, pirate myths in film and media continue to enchant and enthrall, offering audiences an escape into realms where adventure knows no bounds and legends come to life on the silver screen. Whether revisiting classic tales of swashbuckling heroes or embracing new interpretations of piracy in the digital age, viewers are drawn to stories that ignite their imaginations, stir their emotions, and leave an indelible mark on their hearts. As we navigate the cinematic seas of pirate lore, we celebrate the enduring legacy of these timeless tales and the enduring appeal of characters who dare to sail beyond the edge of the map in search of glory, treasure, and the ultimate adventure. Imagine stepping back in time to an era when the seas echoed with the shouts of sailors and the creaking of wooden ships. Pirate festivals and reenactments offer a glimpse into this captivating world, where history and mythology collide to create vibrant celebrations that captivate the imagination and bring the past to life. Modern pirate festivals have their roots in the rich tapestry of pirate lore and legend that has been woven throughout history. These events pay homage to the swashbuckling adventurers of yore, who sailed the seven seas in search of treasure and glory. From the Caribbean to the shores of New England, pirate festivals draw enthusiasts of all ages, eager to immerse themselves in a world where buccaneers ruled the waves and every port held the promise of adventure. One of the most iconic pirate festivals is held annually in Key West, Florida, where thousands gather to commemorate the legacy of the infamous Captain Jack Rackham, better known as Calico Jack. Decked out in period costumes and armed with swords and pistols, albeit replicas, participants transform the streets into a lively spectacle of pirate revelry. Here, visitors can witness sword fights, treasure hunts, and mock battles aboard replica ships, a vivid reminder of the daring exploits and camaraderie that defined pirate life. These celebrations not only entertain but also educate, offering attendees a chance to learn about the historical context behind pirate myths and legends. Interactive exhibits, historical lectures, and living history demonstrations provide insights into the daily lives of pirates, from their weapons and tactics to their customs and traditions. Through these experiences, festival-goers gain a deeper appreciation for the challenges and triumphs faced by these seafaring adventurers. Beyond their educational value, pirate festivals play a crucial role in shaping contemporary culture and tourism. They attract visitors from around the world, eager to experience the thrill of pirate-themed entertainment and immerse themselves in a world of fantasy and adventure. Local economies benefit from increased tourism during festival season, with businesses and artisans alike capitalizing on the influx of visitors seeking pirate-themed merchandise and experiences. Moreover, pirate festivals foster a sense of community among enthusiasts who share a passion for history, storytelling, and the spirit of adventure. Participants forge friendships and create lasting memories as they join together to celebrate a shared interest in pirate lore. Whether attending as spectators or actively participating in reenactments, attendees find themselves transported to a time when the seas held both peril and promise, and every encounter was an opportunity for daring deeds and legendary exploits. In conclusion, pirate festivals and reenactments serve as vibrant tributes to the enduring allure of pirate mythology. They blend historical accuracy with imaginative storytelling to create immersive experiences that resonate with audiences of all ages. By celebrating the legacy of pirates through festivals and reenactments, communities worldwide pay homage to these larger-than-life figures who continue to inspire fascination and admiration centuries after their heyday. As we raise our flags and set sail on the winds of adventure, we embrace the spirit of the buccaneers and honor their legacy as legends of the high seas. In the realm of storytelling, few tales hold the timeless allure and adventurous spirit quite like pirate mythology. From buried treasures to swashbuckling exploits on the high seas, pirates have captured the imaginations of audiences for generations, weaving a tapestry of legends that continue to resonate today. What is it about pirate myths that continues to captivate us? Perhaps it's the allure of the unknown, the thrill of exploration and discovery that pirates embodied. They sailed into uncharted waters, chasing after elusive treasures and defying the odds with daring escapades. Their lives were shrouded in mystery and danger, painted with tales of bravery and betrayal that stirred the hearts of listeners around the world. Pirate myths also speak to our fascination with freedom and rebellion. Pirates were often seen as outlaws, defying authority and forging their own paths across the seas. They represented a romanticized version of rebellion against the constraints of society, living by their own code and answering only to the call of adventure. In their stories, we find echoes of our own desires for independence and the courage to challenge norms. Moreover, pirate myths embody a sense of camaraderie and loyalty amidst the chaos of their lives. Crews aboard pirate ships were diverse, often comprising individuals from different backgrounds and nations united by a common purpose. They formed bonds of brotherhood forged in the crucible of danger, relying on each other for survival in the face of perilous voyages and fierce battles. These themes of loyalty and camaraderie resonate deeply, reminding us of the strength found in unity and shared goals. The legacy of pirate mythology extends far beyond tales told around campfires or penned in dusty books. It has permeated modern storytelling and popular culture, leaving an indelible mark on literature, film, and art. Pirates have become iconic figures in our collective imagination, depicted as both heroes and villains who embody the spirit of adventure and the pursuit of freedom. In literature, authors have drawn inspiration from pirate myths to create enduring characters and narratives that explore themes of courage, betrayal, and redemption. From Robert Louis Stevenson's Treasure Island to modern-day pirate sagas, these stories continue to thrill readers of all ages with their swashbuckling action and moral dilemmas. Pirates are often portrayed as complex individuals grappling with their own moral compasses, making choices that blur the lines between right and wrong. Similarly, in film and television, pirates have been brought to life with larger-than-life portrayals that capture the imagination and ignite the senses. From the charismatic Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean to the ruthless Captain Hook in Peter Pan, these characters embody the daring spirit and cunning wit that define pirate mythology. Through their adventures on screen, audiences are transported to fantastical worlds where treasure hunts and sea battles unfold against breathtaking backdrops. Beyond entertainment, pirate mythology has influenced fashion, music, and even theme park attractions, creating immersive experiences that allow audiences to step into the shoes of a pirate for a day. Pirate festivals and reenactments continue to draw crowds eager to embrace the swashbuckling lifestyle, celebrating their love for pirate lore with costumes, games, and activities that bring history to life. In conclusion, the enduring appeal of pirate mythology lies in its ability to transport us to a world of adventure, where every horizon holds the promise of treasure and every encounter sparks the thrill of the unknown. Pirates symbolize the untamed spirit of exploration and the courage to challenge the status quo, resonating with audiences who yearn for excitement and freedom. Their legacy continues to shape modern storytelling and culture, inspiring generations to embrace their inner pirate and embark on their own epic journeys across the seas of imagination. As we raise our flags and set sail on the winds of adventure, we honor the legacy of pirate mythology and the timeless tales that continue to capture our hearts and imaginations.